السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله رب العالمين، نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له في سلطانه ولا مناوئ له في عزه وعلو شانه، سبحانه سبحانه. وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خيرة خلقه وحبيبه، أرسله ربه بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله، فبلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الله تعالى به الغمة، وجاهد في سبيل الله تعالى حتى أتاه اليقين. اللهم فصلاة وسلاما دائمين متلازمين عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وكل من اهتدى بهديه واستنى بسنته وقتفى أثره إلى يوم الدين، واجمعنا اللهم به ومعه وتحت لوائه وفي زمرته، وأدخلنا مدخله وأوردنا حوضه، واجمعنا به في الفردوس الأعلى من الجنة كما آمنا به، صلوات ربي وسلامه عليه ولم نره، اللهم آمين. أما بعد، فإن الله عز وجل أمر بالتقوى، قال عز وجل: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. وأمر عز وجل فقال: يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام، إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. وأمر سبحانه فقال: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله تعالى، وأحسن الهدى هدى محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. All praises are for Allah. I testify that there is no God worthy of worship except Him alone subhanahu wa ta'ala with no partners. And I testify that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam is His final messenger sent to the entire humanity with the ultimate message, the final comprehensive message of Quran al-Kareem, which is the same message of all the previous prophets and messengers sent to all people to convey the same thing, that there is no God except Allah, and so you have to worship Him alone subhanahu wa ta'ala. He sent all of them with justice and fairness. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent all the messengers and prophets and sent down all books and revelations and scriptures to establish justice. لِيَقُومَ النَّاسُ بِالْقِسْطِ. Allah sent all of these so that people would be ruled by justice. Anything against justice is against the will of Allah, the Lord of Al-Alameen, Rabbul Alameen subhanahu wa ta'ala. And anything against fairness and equality and justice is another phase of destruction. دولة الظلم ساعة ودولة العدل كل ساعة. The time of oppression and injustice is just temporary. Temporary. And when you talk about history, temporary can be few years, few decades. It doesn't mean nothing. وَدَوْلَةُ الْحَقِّ وَالْعَدْلِ كُلُّ سَاعَةٍ. The state of peace and justice and equality is what remains forever. Where is the empire of Spain, Great Britain, Europe, you name it, all of them has gone because they were no more than colonialism and taking advantage of other peoples. Where are all of these emperors and empires and kingdoms that rise but fall again, including the Islamic empire, not the Islamic system. Islamic system is still there. When Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he gave us the bushra, the glad tidings that Islam will come back again. That a day will come when peace and equality and justice will prevail everywhere. Everywhere, according to his glad tidings, bushra, of the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the Prophet, peace be upon him. Salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُ بِالْعَدْلِ وَالْإِحْسَانِ. Allah orders justice and ihsan, perfection. First thing that Allah orders is justice. When this ayah was recited, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُ بِالْعَدْلِ وَالْإِحْسَانِ وَإِيتَاءِ ذِي الْقُرْبَى وَيَنْهَى عَنِ الْفَحْشَاءِ وَالْمُنكَرِ وَالْبَغْيِ, which means indeed Allah orders justice and good conduct and giving to relatives and forbids immorality and bad conduct and oppression. He admonishes you that you perhaps will be reminded. When this verse was revealed, a kafir, a non-Muslim by the name of Uthman ibn Mad'un, at this time he heard it. He is an Arab and Quran is in Arabic. It made all the sense for him. He said, this can be no words but words of God. And he accepted Islam. He went to the Prophet ﷺ and accepted Islam right away. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed Quran so that justice will be established by it. Revealed religion and sent prophets so that justice and fairness and equality between people who are all creatures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, including non-Muslims, so that justice will prevail over all. So we have to start applying justice not only when it comes to courts and judicial systems and countries. Justice starts from you and me and every single person and individual. And the first aspect of justice is that you be just and fair to the one who created you, the one who is providing for you. It doesn't mean anything. It's nonsense that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala feeds us, provides for us, gives us powers and strength, and with this same power and strength and resources that He has given us, we use to disobey Him. That is zulm, oppression. إِنَّ الشِّرْكَ لَظُلْمٌ عَظِيمٌ, as He said in Surah Luqman, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, definitely, indeed, الظلم, إِنَّ الشِّرْكَ Polytheism and worshipping other with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is the greatest aspect of oppression. You oppress your Lord by not giving him his right, and the first right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on every human being is to worship him alone. That is the very meaning even of the surah that we recite in every single rak'ah every day. So we have to know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He highlighted the same fact in this very beautiful ayah from Surah Al-Ra'd. قال عز وجل قل من رب السماوات والأرض قل الله قل أفاتخذتم من دونه أولياء لا يملكون لأنفسهم نفعا ولا ضرا قل هل يستوي الأعمى والبصير أم هل تستوي الظلمات والنور أم جعلوا لله شركاء خلقوا كخلقه فتشابه الخلق عليهم قل الله خالق كل شيء وهو الواحد القهار. The meaning of this verse from the Quran, Allah is saying, say, who is the Lord of the heavens and earth? Say, Allah. Say, have you then taken besides him allies, not possessing even for themselves any benefit of any harm? Say, is the blind equivalent to the seeing? Or is darkness equivalent to light? Or have they attributed to Allah partners who created like his creation, so that the creation of each seemed similar to them? Say, Allah is the creator of all things, and he is the one and the prevailing, subhanahu wa ta'ala. We all, every human being admits that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator of the world. Or at least it's not you, it's nobody. He himself claimed it for himself, subhanahu wa ta'ala, this creation, and nobody else. So doesn't he deserve to be worshipped alone, subhanahu wa ta'ala? Yes. Yes, and we have to implement this in our life. Not only in terms of saying day and night, La ilaha illallah, but it doesn't represent anything in our lives. That is the worst thing you can do. The word of La ilaha illallah, there is no God except Allah, and the actions of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and all the prophets and companions who followed them. That is the right way. That is the ultimate way of applying justice in its first aspect, which is justice to Allah Rabbul Izzah Jalla wa Ala subhanahu wa ta'ala. وقد ضرب يحيى بن زكريا عليه السلام لقومه بني إسرائيل مثلا يعني لما أمرهم الله عز وجل به إذ جمع بني إسرائيل وقال لهم إن الله يأمركم أن تعبدوه وحده ولا تشركوا به شيئا ومثل الذين يشركون بالله كمثل رجل ابتنى دارا أو عمل عملا واشترى عبدا ثم قال له هذا عملي وهذه داري فاعمل وأدي إلي فكأن العبد أو فكان العبد يعمل ويقبض ويؤدي إلى غير سيده فأيكم يرضى أن يكون عبده كذلك. Zechariah, Yahya ibn Zechariah, John the Baptist, as in the Bible, he set this example for his people, for the people of Bani Israel. He said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders you to worship him alone, having no partners with him subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the example of the one who associates other with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the same like the one who hires somebody to work for him. And he told him, that is the work, and that is the thing that you are supposed to do. He worked, and instead of working for that man, instead of, when it's time to get the fruit of that work or something, he work and get the benefit of that and give it for somebody else. Not for the one who hired him, he give it for somebody else. He said, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, so who amongst you will accept that the one he hired will work like this? You hired somebody, that you give him money, you hired him, and then he work and give the benefit for somebody else or so. Doesn't make any sense. Same thing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is He who hired every person of us. He gave us the chance of this life to worship Him alone. And He said it clearly, this is the word. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I haven't created jinn and ins and humans except to worship me. So this is the work for us to do. We are hired by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sustained by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to do that job. We have to do it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the worst thing that He made even illegal for Himself is a dhulm, oppression. إِنِّي حَرَّمْتُ الظُّلْمَ عَلَى نَفْسِي وَجَعَلْتُهُ بَيْنَكُمْ مُحَرَّمًا فَلَا تَظَّالَمُوا. He said, I have made oppression illegal, even for my own self. Allah does not, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَظْلِمُ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ. Never ever that God, Allah, oppresses. He never oppresses anybody subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah, even one of His names is Al-Adl. He is justice. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is justice. One day, one of the Jews who were living with Muslims in Medina, a Muslim committed a crime. He stole something and he got some fake witnesses, and he wanted to put it against a Jewish person who was innocent. And the Prophet ﷺ, he checked the case and everything. We have witnesses, everything is there, and everything is clear that this Jewish person is convicted or guilty according to the procedures. And he was about to apply the punishment. But at this very moment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed several verses in Surah An-Nisa to blame the Prophet ﷺ and blame Muslims in general and set it right. And he says that it was such and such person, Muslim. He was munafiq actually, he was a hypocrite. In a shape and form of Muslim, but from inside he is not Muslim. Who tried to do that? It was him who stole, not this Jewish person. إِنَّا أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ بِالْحَقِّ لِتَحْكُمَ بَيْنَ النَّاسِ بِمَا أَرَاكَ اللَّهُ وَلَا تَكُنْ لِلْخَائِنِينَ خَصِيمًا. End of the ayah. Don't be supportive, don't support al-kha'inin, those who betray. Don't support them. He blamed Muhammad ﷺ and he blamed the group of Muslims, even though it was only small group of Muslims who plotted to get that innocent man and oppress him. But the blame was for the entire ummah. In the same way that if we do not forbid the evil, as in the hadith of the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if evil becomes rampant and everywhere, spread around, and all Muslims, they are happy with it, they are not going to stop it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala yushik an ya'ummahum bi'iqabih. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very soon, He will punish. And when He punishes, it's not going to be only for the evil people, it's going to be for all. It's going to be for all, because you have the truth and you have to stand for the truth. You have to stand for it. It's your right to stand for it. So if you do not establish the truth, and what can be truer than Islam? Truer than goodness that came through Islam? What can be better than what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provides for us? We saw today one of the, I don't say great oppressors, one of the big oppressors. He has been there for 30 years in Egypt, and I have witnessed all the types of oppression that he has done against Muslims actually. Even though originally he is good. We know some from history that he has done some good things, but it doesn't go like this. He got al-Hashiyah wal-Bitana people around him, and they ended up getting all the resources of Muslims and depriving Muslims who have rights. In their own resources, they deprived them of their very own rights. What happened? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removed him. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَيُمْلِي لِلظَّالِمِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might delay the oppressor. حَتَّى إِذَا أَخَذَهُ لَمْ يُفْلِتْ. Then when it's time to seize and take him, there is no way out. There is no way out. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives every single person of us a circle of authority. كُلُّكُمْ رَاعٍ وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولٌ عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهِ. Don't think it's only Mubarak. Don't think it's only you have to be a leader of a state or that you will be questioned. Every single person of us will be questioned. In our circle, in your family. About you will be questioned about everybody that you are responsible for, and if you are just, if you apply justice. You have the hadith that إِنَّ الْمُبْسِطِينَ عَلَى مَنَابِرْ مِنْ نُورٍ عَنْ يَمِينِ الرَّحْمَنِ وَكِلْتَ يَدَيْهِ يَمِينٌ subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who apply justice will be on manabir min nur, on chairs and seats of light, to the right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, both hands of Allah are right. So this will be the status of those who applied justice. Justice with yourself. So you do not put yourself as a Muslim down. Never, ever. Do not ally yourself with people who are wrong. Do not allow yourself to go the wrong way, and do not allow others as much as possible to go the wrong way. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala أخرج هذه الأمة للناس. He set out this nation for people to be the best nation. He didn't say even أنتم, you are the best nation. He said كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس. Allah sent us, every single person of us is in place of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you know one single ayah, you are in charge. You are on a mission to get this ayah out. And subhanallah, this is the very time to take this role, because even amongst this, revolution and stuff, we still have the misconceptions that people are afraid of Islamic whatever. Islam is freedom for you, for all. And they were talking about fitna ta'ifiyya and clashes between Muslims and Christians in Egypt. You know what happened in Tahrir Square last week? Muslims were praying, Muslim people were praying their prayer, and they were guarded by Christians. They were guarded by Christians. This happened last Friday. Sunday, Christians prayed their mass and they were guarded by Muslims. No police, no nothing. It was that bad regime who was taking the entire people into destruction. And such all the regimes around the world. Even though some might have some, good aspects, like United States of America. They lead the world now. And subhanAllah, they didn't have the reaction of the foreign ministry or whatever. It was not even clear. Are you with the people or against the people? Are you with own principles for people and supporting freedom of people and everything? Or you are just with the regimes that are good allies for you? They were not clear. They were uncovered. And many people everywhere, they were uncovered because it was time for truth. We need to stand for our principles. Allah gave us the best principles. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said in the Quran clearly, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُ بِالْعَدْلِ. Allah orders justice. Are you standing for justice? Every single person of us should ask himself or herself that question. Are you standing for justice or for something else? That is the question that we need to find out the answer for. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين الآثمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله رب العالمين وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله الأمين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله وصحابته أجمعين. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who ordered us to be just even with our enemies, even with those who oppress us. ولا يجرمنكم شنآن قوم على ألا تعدلوا هو أقرب للتقوى. Don't let the oppression of some people against you let you be oppressors. Let you not to apply justice with them. Be just with them. This is closer to piety, taqwa, that Allah orders you. And wallahi, just before I come, I heard very good word from somebody, one of the key leaders of this revolution in Egypt, when the man from Al Jazeera, he said, so what are you going to do with these people, allies of the ex-regime or whatever? He said, this is not the time to talk about anything. This is the time to talk about forgiveness and tolerance. These people, even though they supported that regime, not talking about the key figures who should be tried. He's talking about simple and ordinary people. He said, this is a time for tolerance, and they are still Egyptians, and this is a time to forgive. Wallahi, it reminded me with the action of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he got to Mecca after all of these years of oppression of Meccans against him and his religion and his way, and everybody who is connected to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they oppressed him and all of everything that he brought. He came back to Mecca. He had all the power to oppress them. Actually, it would not be an oppression. It would not be nothing more than setting everything straight, killing the killers. But he didn't do any of these things, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, "Idhabu fa'antum at-tulaqa," and the story is very famous. He said, "Go, all of you are free. All of you are free." Because he was coming not to dominate or anything. He was coming to let the truth prevail. And now the truth prevailed over Mecca at this day. That's it. There is no need to take anything from anybody. Even the holders of the key of Al-Kaaba, after Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent somebody to get him the key of the Kaaba so that he opens the Kaaba and get to it and pray, he did it. And Ali ibn Abi Talib, because he is a family member of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he asked for the key. But the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam called the same person who used to be the holder of that key. قال اليوم يوم وفاء. This is the day of wafa, to be loyal to others, and he gave him the key. I'm not here to take fame and take pride in anything. Muslims, these are the principles and akhlaq and characters that Islam came with. So brothers and sisters, we need to stand for justice, wherever we are, whenever we are, for whomever person might be, or against anybody he might be. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said this in the Quran, وَلَوْ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِكُمْ كُونُوا قَوَّامِينَ بِالْقِسْطِ شُهَدَاءَ لِلَّهِ وَلَوْ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَوْ الْوَالِدَيْنِ وَالْأَقْرَبِينَ كُونُوا, O believers, you have to be قَوَّامِينَ بِالْقِسْطِ. قَامَ بِالْقِسْطِ, somebody who established justice. قَائِمٌ بِالْقِسْطِ, the subject from it, or something, ismul fa'il, like somebody who establishing justice. But this is nowhere in English. Qawwam, somebody who is always establishing justice. This is what Allah orders. He didn't say you be just, establishers or something of justice. He said be always qawwamina bil qist, always standing for justice. Shuhada'a lillah, witnesses for Allah. وَلَوْ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِكُمْ, even though the truth might be not in your favor. أَوْ الْوَالِدَيْنِ وَالْأَقْرَبِينَ, or not in the favor of your parents or family members. No matter what, you have to stand for truth, because truth is truth, and truth and haqq and adl, justice, is from Allah, from Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you stand against it, you are standing against what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said for people to be right. And again, I remind you with these one ayah and one hadith. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam قال وَلَا يَأْتِيَنَّ زَمَنٌ تُمْلَأُ فِيهِ الْأَرْضُ قِسْطًا وَعَدْلًا كَمَا مُلِئَتْ ظُلْمًا وَجَوْرًا. The time will come when earth will be full of justice and fairness as it was full of oppression and injustice. And inshallah the time will come that we all will witness this. وقال الله تبارك وتعالى لا يغرنك تقلب الذين كفروا في البلاد متاع قليل ثم مأواهم جهنم وبئس المهاد. Don't be deluded by these non-Muslims or people who are in charge and not doing the right way, not doing the right thing. Don't be deluded that they are everywhere, they are in power, they are in charge. متاع قليل. It's no more than a pleasure of little time, short time. ثم مأواهم جهنم. Their destiny will be the hellfire. So Muslims, my brothers and sisters, we are here in this very point, in this very country for a purpose. To stand for truth and justice. To show people the truth that we have. That every single person has a right of life, has a right of justice, to be, fair when you deal with him. Every single person has a right in what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent for people. That is Islam. And this is what we need to share with others. Like the more we get away from this fact and this mission, actually, the more lost we are. The more we lose our identity of Islam, of always supporting those who need our support, the more we lose even our own selves. That is Islam, and that is what all the prophets came to teach us. إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُ بِالْعَدْلِ وَالْإِحْسَانِ وَإِيتَاءِ ذِي الْقُرْبَى وَيَنْهَى عَنِ الْفَحْشَاءِ وَالْمُنْكَرِ وَالْبَغْيِ يَعِظُكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَذَكَّرُونَ. Translation again, Allah orders justice and good conduct and giving to relatives, and forbids immorality and bad conduct and oppression. And He admonishes you that perhaps you will be reminded. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت على الحق أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم انصر الحق والعدل أينما كان يا رب العالمين. اللهم عليك بالظلم والظالمين أينما كانوا يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم يا من حرم الظلم على نفسه يرفع الظلم عن المسلمين في كل مكان يا رب العالمين. Oh Allah, remove oppression and oppressors everywhere يا رب العالمين. اللهم هيئ للمسلمين أمر رشد يعز فيه أهل الطاعة ويتاب فيه على أهل المعصية ويؤمر فيه بالمعروف وينهى فيه عن المنكر يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم خذ بأيدينا ونواصينا لما يصلحنا في دنيانا وأخرانا. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وأقم الصلاة إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا موقوتا. I just forgot there is a sister who passed away in Egypt.